Live.
Are we live? Are we live right now? Are we actually
We're,
live?
s- we are so live.
We are so fucking live, dude. Hell yeah. Okay, we are live. Cool. Here we go, says Murderholic. Scott says, love it.
Yeah.
Bobby Moore. Thank you, Dylan, for that. That was awesome. Bobby Moore says, love the sports montage music intro. So does John.
Yeah. It had to be
My
epic
pick.
for this, guys. Oh shit. I'm really loud.
Oh my gosh. John's going to turn himself down a little bit. Let's see here. Smash versus About Time and Punk and Drublic versus Outcome the Wolves. That is No Control's prediction, I'm guessing. Ollie Wally is here, and he says, la 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 la. So, Matty Solberg says, let's fucking go. Danzig's Cat says, what's up, posers? Crash and Bleed says, what's up? Matty Solberg says, this is a lit bracket. It's pretty lit. I feel like this is a pretty good final 16. I don't know. I feel like there's not too much to hate on here.
Nothing.
No, it's
So-
terrible. Where's Heart Sounds and where's Time Again?
Hey, let's
We never even
RIP
gave
the Heart
Heart
Sounds.
Sounds a chance.
Well,
Where's
well, let me tell you, the Heart Sounds would beat Time Again. So I don't even know what
I
they sound
agree.
like.
I agree.
But
why is Heavy Petting Zoo still here? It's
like Snipsering says,
common sentiment I'm seeing.
time to punk rock my radar. That's right, guys. Get your radars out. Get them nice and spit shined and prepare to get punk rocked because this is the Epitaph Final 16. So tonight we will be determining the number one Epitaph Records record. So it's a big event. It feels like we barely even begun it. So it feels like it wasn't that long ago. It didn't take that long, John.
5 months. It's been
So-
5 months.
Doesn't feel
Yeah.
Doesn't feel
took
like
like
it
a month
though.
off at one point.
Yeah. So a Crash of Bleed says I own every album here but the Bouncing Souls. Let's
I
see
own
here.
all of them. You saw that the little YouTube short promo video this morning?
They said you were adorable in it. I didn't see it, but
It
I
was
gotta see
it
how
was really
adorable
good.
Dylan looked.
Where's Jake?
Yeah, all the female viewership was skyrocketing after that.
Yeah, we sold like 3 pairs of sweatpants too. But
Oh my god.
but JP, there's three giveaways. There's a I don't know if it's ready. There's a bingo game. There's 2 for the filling in the bracket. So hopefully you're in the Discord. Because there's at least
How
3
many giveaways are happening?
I think
what are
3.
the giveaways?
There's
What?
the bingo card.
Okay.
There's the bracket for the birthday bundle box, and then there's your record that you're giving away.
Yes.
Third prize is a night with Elliot.
Oh, jeez.
That's fourth prize. So a night with me.
Third
We'll go
place is you're
to
fired.
yeah. Go to the Italian countryside together. We'll get a nice dinner. We'll wine and dine you. So, or you could go up to New York with John and Lewis and get yourself like get yourself a slice. They'll take you out for a slice. So if you're in the area,
Pierogies.
yeah, they'll take you for some pierogies.
9/11 Memorial.
So you can go to that too. Crash and Bleed said, "I've already had Elliot, selfish lover." Okay. Like Snips Ring says, "I was smacked to see Dylan shaved in the promo. Never knew you had more than one shin buddy."
Thanks.
That's so nice. That was a very nice thing to say.
It is what it is, man. I'm not gonna live in a fantasy world here.
He's saying he's lucky. He's like, man, I
The
didn't
more
realize
the
you had-
merrier.
The more the merrier. He had so many chins. I only got one.
Jesus
Doug
Christ.
Lachelle says Dylan totally shaved. How many people are here? We got 45 already, and we're still just yapping about. So let's go ahead and get into this. Are you guys ready to dive into the final 16? What's up?
It's 1 more minute for the bingo spot.
What's the bingo? I have no clue what the bingo thing is. So
Somebody
I'm-
share the bingo card. Well, yeah, let's get into it.
okay. All right. So John, starting us off here, we've got the Offspring Smashed. It's not smashed, smashed. Up against Bad Religion, New Maps of Hell. Where are you going with this one?
What was this? What was that? Somebody just get a fax? I don't know, I just heard something really loud.
I heard something too, but it's fine.
Really? I didn't hear anything. I don't think it was me.
I don't know what it
go
was.
ahead.
For the record.
All right. It was like a waterfall or a fax machine or something. But anyway, I feel like this is one of the tough ones of the first round. You got Smash, which is everybody's thinking it's gonna take it. It's one of the probably the most important record on Epitaph in terms of the growth of the label. And then I'm switching up a little bit. I think I like New Maps better than Empire. I was listening again today. So essentially, I'm looking at Self-Esteem, Come Out and Play, Something to Believe in, versus Requiem for Dissent, Heroes and Martyrs, Germs of Perfection, New Dark Ages. And I'm going to start off with a hot take. I think I'm going to go New Maps. I think I like it better right now. I mean, there's no denying the significance of Smash, but I personally like New Maps better. So I'm going to vote for Bad Religion.
The significance of which variety?
I don't
Okay,
know.
never mind.
I have no
Cultural
idea.
significance.
Oh yes, the cultural kind of significance, the only kind that matters when we're talking about punk rock. So, Lewis, we've got The Offspring versus Bad Religion. What do you got to say about these two records?
Well, I'm kind of happy John went first because I thought I was going to be the only one who was going to pick Bad Religion. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're at the point now where I'm not really going to weigh these like on what I think is the most significant or what I think is, I mean, technically the better record. I think I'm just going to go off what my gut feel is and what I think is the better record. And I tell you what, I will go back to New Maps of Hell 100 times over Smash. Like, John called out the radio hits, and those are all great, and I think there's other good tracks, but Bad Religion is my favorite band, so I am going to pick number 25 over number 1 here, so.
All right. Dylan, what do you have to say about The Offspring versus New Maps of Hell?
This is a tough one, because I agree with the sentiment of both the gentlemen who just spoke, but I'm not gonna be your guys' whipping boy in this scenario here. I'm gonna vote for the politically correct choice, which is Smash. But I do like New Maps more. But let's see if Elliot leaves it up to the chat.
Oh, okay. You like New Maps more? That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm gonna go with Smash, and I've listened to all of these records throughout the whole week trying to figure this out, and I think Smash really is just a very solid, just like 90s fucking punk record, and I don't know, I enjoyed listening to it through the whole way through. The songs that are fucking awesome. Come Out and Play is a great radio hit. I even like some of the lesser tracks like Kill Boy, Powerhead. Bad Habit is a great song. And, you know, New Maps of Hell is definitely like one of the first Bad Religion records I ever got. And, you know, I remember Heroes and Martyrs and New Dark Ages. I think Honest Goodbye was a single too, as well, right? I feel like it was. At least I remember that song playing a lot. But, and I saw Bad Religion at Warped Tour for the first time for this record. So I have a lot of, you know, sentimentality for New Maps of Hell, but I'm going with Smash. I think it's a stronger record overall. And I feel like both of these kind of fizzle out towards the end there. So, but we'll see what the chat has to say. We'll give it a second. But what are the people saying?
Bad Religion enjoyers, let us hear your voice.
Like Snips Ring says, Bingo is so punk. It's pretty punk. So
Totally.
The Bad Religion guys play it all the time. Tim Kaiser says, New Maps, New Maps, New Maps. The Punk Rock Guru says, yeah, Offspring sucks. Trucktail says Lewis would choose Bad Religion over his own mom.
And straight ahead.
I'm a good son.
You guys are mama's boy. Yeah.
But what about straight ahead? Is that where you draw the line?
No, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, sorry, Mom. No Control says Smash better than Dookie. Disagree.
No way.
That's a big disagree.
Yeah, that's a big. Yeah, I wouldn't even agree with that. And Maddie Silver says more like New Maps of Taco Bell. There's a lot of mention of Taco Bell going on right now. I don't know if it's all Matty Solberg. So
It's a quality eatery.
I feel like he's not even from America. I feel like you've never even had Taco Bell, Matty. So
He's
But,
heard
all
the
right.
lore.
It's worldwide.
that
Taco
we're going
Bell.
to the chat. It's a worldwide phenomenon, Taco Bell. Who wins? The Offspring at 63%, Bad Religion at 37%.
You know what?
I mean, Dylan,
you guys made
you
me
could-
regret my decision now.
I mean, you could have went with the one that you thought was better, but it's
Well,
fine.
I had a little too much faith in you
It's,
guys, I guess.
Okay, all right. I mean, come on, man. It's Smash. So next up, we've got Lewis, A Bad Religion, The Empire Strikes First, up against NoFX, Heavy Petting Zoo. What do you have to say about these two records here?
Well, I am going to go ahead and pick Bad Religion again. I think we really gave Heavy Petting Zoo its flowers, I think, when it came around. It's a good record. I think it gets a lot of undue hate. We've talked about that, but a lot of people think of it like as a dark horse no effects record that's like some people's favorites, and I actually love it. I think it's a great record, but it's a little weird, and it has a lot of weird tracks that don't stand up. It's a little bit boring, and compared to Empire, which, despite what John said, I think Empire is better than New Map still. It's a premier modern Bad Religion record. So yeah, no question. I'm going to go Empire Strikes First on this one.
All right, Dylan. Empire Strikes First up against Heavy Petting Zoo. What do you got to say, man?
I gotta go with EMPIRE right here. Bad Religion back in the saddle. They're gonna take this one. And I kind of, to a minor extent, agree that Heavy Petting Zoo got here not on its own merit, but on a lot of favorable matchups. I don't remember exactly everything it went up against, but I don't think it had to face any world beaters to get here. So it is definitely the weakest NoFX album remaining.
Yeah, I mean, Heavy Petting Zoo is always like a dark horse record for me. Also because I can never buy it because my parents would never let me have a record that had some dude like grabbing a like a lamp by the balls. So on it. So this one I had to get like after like I turned 18 and moved down. That's when I bought Heavy Petting Zoo. And I always said potentially it's like the best NoFX record. It has a lot of like some of my favorite like NoFX riffs on it and some really good songs. Freedom Like a Shopping Cart. And final track, Drop the World. I've like always loved it. But this is like the, Bad Religion record of the 2000s. This is like I don't know, if it wasn't for I feel like The Empire Strikes First, I feel like a lot of like especially like 2000s kids listening to punk music wouldn't go back and listen to Bad Religion. I mean, like I feel like this was a super necessary refresh for Bad Religion to really get them like back in like the cultural zeitgeist and Warped Tour and all that stuff. And obviously intro track, Sinister Rouge, Social Suicide, Los Angeles is Burning, God's Love. I feel like after like Beyond Electric Dreams, it could have like probably ended, but it's an incredibly solid Bad Religion record, and I'm gonna go with The Empire Strikes First. So John, what do you have to say of these two records?
Yeah, I really like both of these. I'm looking at the tracks for Heavy Petting Zoo. I like Release the Hostages, Freedom Like a Shopping Cart, Filthy Phil, Homophobic. Empire, the way it starts off, we talked about it 4 times already on this episode, but the overture into Sinister Rouge is badass. We got God's Love, Let Them Eat War, I even like. I agree with what Dylan said, though. I feel like this is the weakest of the NoFX ones that are here. And I'm gonna put up a fight for a couple of the NoFX ones, but not this. So I'm also gonna vote for Empire on this one.
Okay, and that's everybody. Everybody went Empire on this, right? That makes sense. Yeah, I think Heavy Petting Zoo did get here through some favorable matchups. Not that it's a bad record or anything. Like
Mickey Mouse bracket run for Heavy Petting Zoo. Gotta say it.
Let's see. We've got 82% for The Empire Strikes First and 18% for Heavy Petting Zoo. So big sweep for Bad Religion right here. And let's see here. We've got Eric Daniels saying Empire Strike First wins. And Tim Kiter says Heavy Petting Zoo is great when you're high. So, all right. Douglas Hell says a huge look into Elliot's childhood right there. A lot revealed on this stream. So
I thought it was
my
more.
parents didn't like. Yeah, go ahead.
I thought it was more surprising that you thought the lamb had testicles. That was the part that threw me off. But yeah, go on.
He might, right? Or no, it would be a ram, right? There would be no testicles, right? Which one? Which one has the testicles? Lambs don't.
It's 2025, man. Give the lamb its testicles. We'll let it
Yeah,
slide.
give the lamb its
We're
testicles.
good.
Dylan.
I don't know. I think I'm thinking of the alternate cover, so I was pretty sure it wasn't a male sheep. But yeah, let's move on.
But we don't know, so we don't know.
We're
so it's not that
progressive.
far off. Yeah, so it could. It's very potential that he could be fondling his balls right there on the album cover. My parents are not a fan of bestiality. All right, so also
Parents
getting
sound like no fun at all.
Fucking squares.
Immortal Coil says also getting a look into Elliot's cakes. So these are not cakes. I'm just saying what's happening on the cover. I'm not saying it. But let's move on. And Dylan, we've got Pennybridge Pioneers up against So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. What do you have to say about these two records?
Unfortunately, this is the end of the road from our Swedish friends. Because No Effects, this is, I said it before, I'll say it again, this is the best No Effects album. Fucking insane bass tone on this album, great songs, maybe, no, I was gonna say with a few exceptions. I don't think there's any bad songs on here. So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes is gonna get my vote.
I mean, it's a No Effects record, so all their records are kind of notoriously sloppy a little bit. But I feel like So Long is the most charmingly sloppy and kind of the perfected sound that No Effects has achieved on this with the bass tone, the guitar, Fat Mike's vocals. I feel like it just is so much better than Heavy Petting Zoo too. Like it's hard for me to I can see the charm in Heavy Petting Zoo, but it's hard for me to imagine like picking Heavy Petting Zoo over So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. So you got Kids of the K-Hole, one of the best opening tracks, punk rock elite, and Pennybridge definitely is an iconic pop punk record. It's I would say the best Millencolin record. No Cigar is a legendary track. Fox is great. Duck Pond. It has a great vibe to it all around, but it's just not going to stand up to So Long like by any means. So I'll go So Long. And John.
Yeah, we have potentially the best albums by two awesome bands. I've said before that Pennybridge was one of the first independent albums that I ever had. I downloaded Penguins and Polar Bears off of Napster back in 2000. This album holds a very special place in my heart. I'm looking at the track list here. Aside from Penguins, Right About Now is great. No Cigar, The Mayfly. But I've been leaning into what Dylan's saying too. I feel like I've always said Pump of the Valium is my favorite No Effects, but this is like, it's either right there or it's like one step behind. I mean, Ellie, you said Punk Rock Elite, one of the best openers of all time. Kids of the K-Hole, 180 Degrees, Desperation's Gone. It's a maybe one or two skips and that's it, maybe. So I'm also gonna vote for So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes.
All right, Lewis. So Long versus Pennybridge.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, what a year of difference makes, I guess, for No Effects, right? Because this is like 1 year between Heavy Petting Zoo and this. This might have been actually when they were listening to fan feedback about the records they were putting out, and they were like, "Hey, like maybe we should try to be better." Who knows? But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to say here. I mean, all the points are valid. I mean, this Millencolin record is fantastic. I mean, and we've shit on it time and time again, but the ballad is one of the worst songs ever written. It's there. It doesn't really tarnish this record too much. The rest of it's really, really good. But at the end of the day, this is So Long, Thanks for All the Shoes, which is just one of the best, I don't know, ska punk records of the late 90s. It's not even going to be close. I love this Millencolin record, but yeah, it's not in the same league for me. So No Effects.
All right, all four of us going for No Effects, and the audience also going No Effects at 69%, No Effects 31%,
Nice.
Millencolin.
Ellie, I gotta refute your claim. How was the No Effects album sloppy?
Yeah, because they're always
Like their
sloppy.
tightest album.
No, I mean it's a tight record, but they're always like a little messy. Like I feel like the French song "Cham Sans Elise" is kind of like a little bit of like a weird track to throw in there. And then they're also throwing in like songs off of "Fuck the Kids" and "Surfer" and stuff like that. So it's a little patchwork together here, but it's a great record. I have nothing against it. It's the charm of No Effects. So
I don't know. I wouldn't call it sloppy.
I don't
Anyway,
know. That's fine. Yeah,
what
let's see
are
what the
our
people
friends
are.
on the internet saying?
Oh, let's see here. Blair McMacken says I skipped the French song on So Long, but that's about it. I don't like really skip it. It's definitely like a weaker part of the record though. Tim Kaiser says best no effects indeed. Dremel Rocket says Highway Donkey is a banger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
It is.
Maddie Stolberg says Lewis is just waiting to talk about Straight Ahead. I know, you can see him over there, fully sweatpants on and ready to
Grinding
talk
his jaw.
ready to talk about Straight Ahead. So, like Sipsbury said, that's crazy because Fat Mike wasn't drinking during the recording process in this era of No Effects. Crash and Bleed says K-Hole is one of my all-time favorite tracks to drum to. The drum track on K-Hole is awesome. Smelly kills it. Shams Ali's makes it sloppy. Get real, says Immortal Coil. Look, man, I'm sorry, dude. There's no 10 out of 10 No Effects record. That's all I'll say. But we'll move on to the next one here, which I guess is going to be me. It's going to be Pennywise, About Time, up against Descendants, Everything Sucks. I'm going to go with About Time. I think it's the best Pennywise record. It's no Straight Ahead, but it's up there. So, just such a raw energy to it. And probably the Descendants record might be a better record overall. I'm not really sure. Like, I definitely see, like, they were able to, like, reinvent themselves in the 90s, and it's an excellent record, but I'd rather put on About Time. I think it's, like, the perfect follow-up to the self-titled, and I think it hits everything I like about Pennywise. I just think it's a super solid skate punk record. So, yeah, I'm going to go About Time. And, John, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm a much bigger Pennywise fan than Descendants, but I About Time has never been my favorite Pennywise record. I think the other two that are on here are much better. Personally, I know people are going to disagree, and I actually think Everything Sucks is a superior record of these two. It's got I'm the One, Coffee Mug, I Won't Let Me, the title track. I mean, About Time, you got Same Old Story, Every Single Day. There's a couple of good ones, but I just never had the attachment that I do for Straight Ahead and Land of the Free. So I'm going to vote for the Descendants here.
All right. Lewis, what are you doing here? Descendants versus Pennywise.
I echo a lot of what John said, but tonight I'm not really going on like the musical accomplishment. I think I'm just going to go by feel. And I listen to About Time way more than I listen to Everything Sucks. Like I'll go back, I'll listen to about half Everything Sucks and turn it off.
Yeah.
But I often will get through all of About Time. So for me tonight, it's going to be About Time is my pick.
Okay. Dylan, what are you doing here?
I'm the One. That's a badass song.
It is.
I'm gonna vote for the Descendants. Everything
Okay.
Sucks. This is their American Idiot, the comeback album. Though unlike Green Day, they did well. I don't want to say Green Day really shitty albums. I say that, but Warning's a pretty good album. Anyway, yeah, I like Everything Sucks. It's an awesome album, great pop punk songs, especially I'm the One, title song.
Rotting
What
Out.
else?
Rotting Out's a banger.
Yeah, Roddy. Right.
She Loves Me. Thank You reminds me of like I don't know if it's about them from like their fans' perspective or about musicians they grew up looking up to or what, but I like Thank You. A nice sentimental song. I feel good about this pick.
All right.
Yeah.
So that is tied here, so it's going to be left up to the chat. And the chat is going to be going 70% the Descendants, 30% Pennywise, so Everything Sucks moves on.
Wow.
And let's see what the people are saying. And like Slipstring says, for once, I agree with Elliot. Oh, thank you. No Control says About Time has no flaws. Let's see here. Bruno says About Time is not the follow-up to self-titled. I'm not counting Unknown Road. So, About Time feels like a much more like successor to the self-titled than Unknown Road. So, Bobby Moore says Everything
Wow.
Sucks is my favorite Descendants record.
Erasing a crucial part of punk rock history.
It's got erased the last round.
One of the greatest punk albums of all time.
I know. Maddie Stolberg says, this one is so tough. Love both of these records. It's my favorite Pennywise record and my favorite Descendants records. I don't know what to do. I don't know, man. Make a decision. So that's what we're doing.
Or don't.
Put on your big boy pants and figure it out, Maddie.
Big boy sweatpants.
And Trek Tales says, "Well done, chat." And Tim Kaiser, where was he at? I just had it. What did he say? Damn it, Elliot, we've been on track together this left side. The correct answer is Descendants. All right, man. Well, I'm sorry, dude. Let's move
Don't
on.
worry,
no
Tim,
bad-
we got you, brother.
There's no bad records in this bracket. It's whoever wins. It's gonna be good. All right, let's move on.
No, they're
But
all
John-
bad. I don't even like punk music. Fuck you guys.
We already know you don't like screaming, so. But John, we've got an Out Come the Wolves by Rancid up against Suffer by Bad Religion, and what are you doing here?
This is a crazy good matchup.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
I feel like when we said we were doing the Epitaph bracket, I feel like the two most common comments I got were, and Out Come the Wolves and Suffer, and here they are. Like, it would have been cooler later on, but we got Out Come the Wolves, got Maxwell Murder, Ruby Soho, Roots Radical, Journey to the End of the East Bay. Suffer's got Do What You Want, What Can You Do, How Much Is Enough. So I look at it this way, like I was way more familiar with Out Come the Wolves when it came out. I said it before, I got into Suffer like in the early 2000s, so it's hard for me to go back and listen to this stuff. So I'm definitely more of a Out Come the Wolves fan in this case, so that's where my vote is going to go. I'm going to go with Rancid.
All right. Lewis, Out Come the Wolves up against Suffer. What you doing here, man?
Don't get me wrong. Out Come the Wolves is an amazing record. I think I said it's, almost a near perfect record, but going by guts tonight. And in case you missed it on the bingo card earlier, Bad Religion is my favorite band. So I'm going to hit it one more time. You can mark it twice. And we are going to go with Suffer as my pick on this one because I like the record more. And it only takes 28 minutes of my time. And then I'm done with it. I can move on. So Rancid record goes a little long.
26 minutes and 13 seconds.
I was
Economical.
close. I was winging it. I was close.
Dylan, talk about cultural significance, please.
Well, I think this is the most culturally significant matchup in the history of the Epitaph bracket. I'm going to vote for Rancid because I like the album more. It's kind of an easier listen, a lot more variety, whereas Suffer is pretty straightforward, which isn't a bad thing at all. I love the album, but I love And Out Come the Wolves just a little bit more.
Yeah, so this was definitely one of the toughest matchups listening back to back, and I decided, probably today on the drive home, that I'm going to go with Suffer. I think Suffer was always, out of that early trilogy, the one that I listened to the most, and I feel like the songs still are just some of the strongest, some of the catchiest choruses. Also, it sounds so incredibly good for 1988. It's like insane how fresh Suffer still sounds to this day. And honestly, like in Out Come the Wolves, excellent record. Rancid is one of my favorite bands, but I don't think this is actually one of their best records, and I think there is a lot of fluff actually on it, especially towards the end. And listening to it, it's a little bit of an investment to get into, where I feel like there's songs that are stronger on the Rancid record, but I think what Bad Religion does in 26 minutes, like Dylan said, is just such a quick use of time, and obviously a legendary record. So I'm going with Suffer, and we'll leave it to the chat.
It's so close right now. It's been going like
50,
51, 50. How is it going only up 1%? I don't. It's not even statistically possible.
Someone's just changing their vote repeatedly.
Yeah, but someone keep doing that. Just keep changing the vote repeatedly. We'll give it a second here because we only 40 votes, probably one of the most votes we've had on one of these things, but we got 52 watching. So it's Rancid versus Bad Religion, guys. Cast your votes, and I'm going to read chat for a second, then we'll see what happens here after I'm done with it. Bobby Moore says it's a hard choice, but Rancid. Eric Daniel says chat vote Suffer. Trek Tail says 2 all-timers, but Suffer is in the convo for the GOAT. Gabe Hill says Bad Religion over Rancid. Bruno GR says Suffer was probably more important to refine a genre, but Now Come the Wolves is a better album, much more diverse and hit after hit. Crash and Bleed said Suffer could win the whole damn thing. And Scott says, damn, this is close. And we're at 43.
I gotta interject real quick here. Suffer's a good album and all, but it's no Hard Sounds.
That's true.
It's no hard. It's no
So I
strike
vote
anywhere
we
either.
bump out Suffer and put one of the Heart Sounds records.
I think we should.
You don't have to keep bringing up
I
our
think we-
failure, Dylan. We failed everybody. Go on, though, Elliot.
I have to. It reminds us
I think.
of our
I think we
mistakes.
should. I think we should replace it with Changes of Sound. All right, we're gonna end it
Yes.
right here. We're at 45 votes, and Rancid at 51%, Bad Religion at 49%. So an outcome, the Wolves is gonna move on. That was a good one. That was one of the best ones.
That's democracy for you.
I know. Failed
doesn't
Lewis again.
work.
And just like democracy, not all you guys use your votes. Only 45 people.
And Scott says 11 people haven't voted. Dude, we're not going to get everybody to vote. And also,
Well, 4 of the people are us, I think. So
yeah, but not everyone's going to be able to vote. And Immortal Coil says disgusting. And Crash and Bleed said Suffer started modern skate punk. Like Sipspringer says, this bracket is rigged. And Ollie Woolley says, we're moving on. So, Suffer, never talking about it again. It's gone. It lost. It's a loser. So, Lewis, we've got Pump Up the Volume up against How I Spent My Summer Vacation. What do you have to say about these two records?
got it.
He got
I
it.
got it here.
Yeah. Yeah. I know is it me? Yeah.
It is you.
I am going to be probably out of step with the rest of you because you guys couldn't stop messing up your sweatpants over summer vacation. I mean, it's a very good record. I still stand by my statements. It's a very good record. I think True Believers is overrated. Pump Up the Volume is a better record than this Bouncy Souls record. I'm sorry. It's just true. And that's what it's good. That's my vote. Sorry. So let's move on. Let the chat, let the hate flow through you. Go for it. But yeah,
It's
Dylan, what
flowing.
do you got to say?
I gotta pull up the track list to how you spent my summer vacation real quick. So I have some talking points to hit on because I'm voting for it. I like it more than Valium. My favorite Bouncing Souls album trumps my 1A or 1B or 1B or number 2 NoFX album. But yeah, I love this Bouncing Souls record. It gets my vote. That song, Private Radio, True Believers. Yeah, I even like the slow songs, like That's Something Special.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be right there with you, Dylan, because I'm definitely going with the Souls here over Pump Up the Volume. I'm not a big fan of Pump Up the Volume. I mean, I love it. Like, there's great songs on it. Like, I understand the appeal of it. Dinosaurs Will Die. Take Two Placebos and Call Me Lame, Pharmacist's Daughter. But I feel like I've said it many times. Like, I wish we got some of those B-sides on this thing. I wish the title track, Pump Up the Volume, replaced the opening track, and we had Lower on here to take out maybe My Vagina. So to make this a little bit more of a cohesive record, we get a little bit too many just kind of like throwaway goofy B-side tracks. I feel like, I don't know, like Clams
Did you
Have
say
Feelings.
replace now for something completely similar? That's an essential piece of the album.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Thank God they didn't put you in charge of sequencing.
I know, that's what I really want. I want to throw back to Linoleum as the intro. So I think the Bouncing Souls made a 10 out of 10 perfect record here, and this is kind of a mid-tier NoFX record for me personally, but no hate on anyone who loves it. So, but John, what do you got to say about these two records here?
This is not looking good. Another thing for the bingo card, me talking about Lewis and I's drive into high school, because these two albums right here were like 60% of our trips to school in the year 2000, 2001. It's really close for me, but Pummel the Volume is my favorite NoFX record. How I Spent My Summer Vacation is my favorite Souls record. I love the song Gone and Better Life, True Believers, Private Radio, and Pummel the Volume's got Take Two Placebos, Dinosaurs Will Die, Pharmacist's Daughter, Bottles to the Ground. Elliot, there's no filler on this album. I'm sorry, My Vagina is goofy, but it is what it is. It's on the album. It kind of makes sense given the goofy nature of the record. I'm fine with it being there. And I'm going to vote for Pump Up the Volume.
All right. So it is 2 versus 2, and we'll have to leave it up to the chat here. And like Snipstering says, Souls, hell yeah. What else are people saying? The Albino Rhino says, this is my NoFX album. That's in my top 10 punk albums. I got to go with it over this great Bouncing Souls record. Scott says the Souls album.
Did Lewis vote?
Oh,
I did. I went first.
Yeah, he went first.
I thought I went first. I don't know why.
Because you're self-obsessed and
Did I?
egomaniacal.
I guess so.
No Control says John loves all records that came out in the early 2000s.
Yes.
I mean, so,
I think
hey,
I'm
man.
so used to you skipping Lewis that I just assued you did.
I don't even skip Lewis that often. And Punk Rock Radar says, "Leave my
It's
vagina
totally
alone."
him too.
So I don't know.
He does
Did you
skip me a
put
lot.
that, John? Oh man,
Yeah,
my
leave my
mangina
vagina
is
alone.
offended, and Crash and Bleed said, "I never touched you."
What?
All right. I don't know. This is what he put. So we'll move on to the next one here,
Wait.
and it's going to be. Oh, sorry, I gotta say who won.
Yeah.
The Bouncing Souls.
Oh
won
my
at 60%.
God.
Souls
The
40%.
Joyzy
Love that.
Boys.
The true believers carried
True
them
believers.
into
Yeah,
victory.
any true believers in the chat? Oh, there looks like there are.
Yeah.
60%
Well-
of you guys.
What one's in the chat if you're a true believer?
We had even
Jesus
greater
Christ.
participation on that one too. 48 votes.
48 votes. All right.
Nice.
Damn.
So Dylan, you get to talk about the Red Pennywise record versus the Red
Oh, yeah.
Pennywise record. So which Red Pennywise record are you picking here?
I gotta say, John and Lewis gas up "Land of the Free?" quite a bit, and I don't totally get it. I don't know. I don't think it's all it's talked up to be. Straight Ahead though is a fucking awesome album, and I agree with Lewis's sentiments regarding that album. So I'm gonna vote for Straight Ahead.
All right. Yeah, I listened to these two back to back. I mean, this was like I think the first Pennywise record I heard, so I've got a lot of nostalgia for it. Fuck Authority is probably the first song I heard. In the World is like a great song off of this as well. I don't know. There is a little bit of kind of I don't know. I don't think it's that strong of a Pennywise record going back to it though, and I actually do think Straight Ahead is a stronger Pennywise record as well, like overall. So I'm gonna go Straight Ahead. John.
You ever notice the question mark on Land of the Free? It's like a different font. Like they use like a free download font, and they didn't have the special characters. That always bugged me.
It wasn't part of the typeface.
Yeah, it's I don't get that part. But anyway,
BigDefont.com.
These are they're both 10 out of 10 records for me. But I feel like Straight Ahead as a whole, it's great, but a lot of the songs sound very similar. You know, it's Pennywise, so they do. But Land of the Free, each song feels they feel different in a way. They're still Pennywise, but they have like a different feel to it. Where like Straight Ahead, you know what I mean? It's very, very, very similar. But favorite songs: Land of the Free, The World, My God, Time Marches On. Title track: Straight Ahead's got Victim of Reality, Might Be a Dream, American Dream, Badge of Pride, and I'm going to go with my gut. Lewis has been going with his gut the whole time. I always say that Land of the Free is my favorite. So I'm going to vote for Land of the Free.
All right. And Lewis, we have no clue what Lewis is going to do. What are you going to do?
Well, you know, I mean, you know what I'm going to pick here, but like, you know, I'm going to give Land of the Free its flowers. I love Land of the Free. So, I mean, the cat's back again. So that's third bingo square. But, I mean, Land of the Free is an amazing record. I think the reason why I like Straight Ahead is just it's got a little bit more energy. I mean, Land of the Free is definitely slowed down a step, and it's great in its own right. But yeah, Straight Ahead all day, man. It's my favorite Pennywise record, so we're gonna pick it tonight.
John, I'm surprised you didn't mention "Victim of Reality." That's like a fucking new metal song.
I did.
That's so good.
He did.
That was the first one I
Listen,
said.
I'm a little buzzed right now.
I was to say, I think it was the first song he talked
Yeah,
about.
that's my favorite song on the record. So.
Jim,
Yeah,
Jim
I
Lindbergh
love that
rapping.
song. Yeah, I think it's the best song in the record too. Who wins Land of the Free at 27%, Straight Ahead at 73%. So there is some people standing on Land of the Free here. I believe, where was it at here?
No
Let's
issues.
go up here. Bruno says, cool, no band is featured twice yet. Maddie Solberg.
The ones that have moved on.
Yeah. Maddie
Oh, yeah.
Solberg says, to quote Lewis, Straight Ahead is life. No Control says Straight Ahead is much better. No Control says Land of the Free is slower. Vincent Rose says Straight Ahead is miles ahead of Land of the Free. Or was there it is. Straight ahead is too long. 40+ minutes. There you go. So, Bobby Moore says, I'm good with either choice. And Maddie says, which one of y'all would be the best choice for a fight against Fletcher? I would say Dylan. I think Dylan could take a few
I cannot
punches.
fight, and I'm like 5'10" or some shit. The guy's like 7 feet tall.
So, all right. So I think Dylan would take him.
He has
I think
bad
Dylan would-
knees, though. I would just take out his knees.
All right.
Smash
Eventually,
his knees.
Dylan just needs to wait long enough, and he can kick his asses. Like Simpson says,
Eventually,
Happy
he'll
Lewis-
just die, and you win.
Dylan wins.
Jesus.
Just wait till he dies, man. And Immortal Coil says, Land of the Free needs some divine intervention here. So there's no divine intervention. So,
It's over.
and it's done. But we're moving on here to we got Punk and Drublic up against Bad Religion's No Control, and I'll go and I think Punk and Drublic is probably the second best NoFX record. I mean, it's a kick-ass record. There is very little to critique about it. You've got Linoleum right off the bat. Leave It Alone is such a good song. Dig. Rico, just classics after classics. I've listened to Punk and Drublic from front to back, and No Control I think is like a great Bad Religion record. I think it's it's not my favorite of the trilogy, but I know a lot of people have it as their favorite. But I just got to go with NoFX on here. So Punk and Drublic all the way, and I'll give it to John up top.
Yes, that's my No Control is my favorite of the initial trilogy. It's Henchman's my favorite song on No Control, but I mean, I Want to Conquer the World, You, Change of Ideas, but I'm a much bigger NoFX fan than I am a Bad Religion fan, and as much as like I say Punk and Drublic's probably like my third or fourth favorite NoFX record, I still like it much better than No Control. Gonna get a little hate there, but I'm gonna vote for Punk and Drublic.
All right, Lewis, Punk and Drublic versus No Control. Bad Religion,
Yeah.
Mark.
Well, I do love me this NoFX record, but I mean this or Against the Grain is probably my favorite record of all time, right? So it depends kind of on the day. I waver back and forth. I love Against the Grain for different reasons, but yeah, I mean you guys mentioned all this, but like I mean No Control, Henchman, Want to Conquer the World, must look pretty appealing. Sanity, like No Control is a classic record for me, one of my favorites of all time. So I'm gonna go No Control. We're gonna lose, but I'm gonna go down with the ship. Love it. So.
All right, Dylan.
I'm
No
once
Control
again-
versus.
Yes, we know the matchup. Yes. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna leave it up to the chat here. The thing is, I don't want to make the decision here because I love both records and I feel bad about it. It's like your favorite grandfather versus the cool uncle or something, and I don't know. So I'm gonna vote for Bad Religion, and we'll see what the chat picks.
We'll see. We'll go to the chat. That's fine. But we'll give it a second here. But it looks like NoFX is Punk and Drublic is probably going to take it. Let's see here. Time Kaiser says I'm in the ship with
Time
Lewis.
Kaiser.
Time Kaiser.
The
Tim Kaiser.
production on Punk and Drublic isn't great.
People talk about the
brother.
drums. I don't know. I never thought it was an
fucking
issue.
album sounds insane.
Blair McBacken says, I think Punk and Drublic is a little overrated for a NoFX album, but still voting for it. And Albino Rhino says, it's not tough if you don't like one of the bands. I don't know which one you don't like, man, so let us know. Like Snipstring says, Poser. And GVZ. Well, yeah, you spelled it like a
I'm
brick.
telling you, before like 2010, nobody used the U in Poser. That's like a new gen thing.
Yeah, new gen moment there from like Snipstrings.
Like Fat Mike did it and everybody else copied it.
Well, let's go to the chat here. We got NoFX at 52%, Bad Religion at 48%. So Punk and Drublic is moving ahead.
This one.
All right, there we go.
Damn.
Now we're in the second round, the semifinals of the finals. So
It's gonna be a long video.
It is going to be a long video. I also have a food tier list at the end if you guys want.
my
We already talked about all these records, guys. We could
Yeah.
speed it up. I'm sure people. Will
We
get it.
can definitely.
No,
I
we
mean,
need to do it again.
Also, we're only like 45 minutes into the stream.
Yeah,
It's
we're
not that
good.
bad.
Making
But
good
go ahead,
progress.
John. We've got the Offspring versus the Empire Strikes First. What's going on here, man?
Well, I already committed sacrilege once, and double jeopardy is not legal, so I'm gonna vote for The Empire Strikes First.
All right, and Lewis.
Well, Empire is gonna dunk on top of Smash because I didn't vote for it the first time with an inferior Bad Religion record, so I got to pick the Bad Religion here. So, Empire.
Okay, Dylan.
Yes. So Smash does not have anything that compares to the overture into Sinister Rouge. Therefore, Bad Religion de facto winner. And I mean, honestly, we gotta have a Bad Religion album in the final four. Fuck the Offspring.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cry about it.
I'm definitely going to go with the Empire Strikes First as well. I mean, people always want to talk about Suffer changing up the punk rock landscape. I think the Empire Strikes First changed up the punk rock landscape. So I think it was just as important for 2000s kids to hear the Empire Strikes First. So I'm sticking by it.
You know what? We have an agenda against the Offspring. I'm sick of it. Unsub.
It was. I think it was an important record.
Single B.
So I think the Empire Strikes First is a pretty important Bad Religion record. I'll stand by it. But we'll go to the chat here, and we've got Bad Religion at 61%, The Offspring at 39%. So Bad Religion is going to take it here.
Into the
let's
final
see here.
four.
Kyle says the Offspring paid the bills, but whatever. Yeah, I compare it to like those first two Green Day albums on Lookout. Like, there's a lot better albums on Lookout than those two. But those are the ones that kept the lights on.
Vince Rosa says Smash got me into punk in 6th grade. Definitely should win. I feel like he got a lot of people into punk in 6th grade.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think they're a big part of mine too. I know, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, better record.
Douglas Shell says, I am literally crying about it. I know. The two of Doug's favorite bands, The Offspring and Bad Religion. So, Pete says, love both of these albums. Crash and Bleed says, my gosh. No Control says, Nitro is a great intro. It's a great intro. So, important record doesn't make it a better record. Yeah, I agree with that. So, all right. So, we've next up, Lewis. We've got So Long up against Everything Sucks. What are you doing here, man?
Yeah, man. I'll keep it brief. I mean, I like the Descendants record, but I kind of already poo-pooed it when I chose About Time. So, yeah, no surprise here that it's going to be So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes, the best remaining NoFX record in this bracket. So that's going to be my pick. Dylan.
I agree with everything that gentleman just said, and I'm gonna cast the same exact vote as him. But while saying a few extra words to pad out the runtime and get us to an hour.
I don't think we're gonna have an issue getting to an hour, man. All right. So what? You going So Long?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No.
All right.
I'm voting for the Descendants. Yes.
You are?
No.
No
offense.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna.
What is
I'm
going on?
I don't know.
I made a very clear proclamation of what I
No,
was
you
doing.
did. You didn't even finish
Yes, I
it.
did. I said I was gonna cast the same vote.
But with more words, and then you didn't say any more words.
Yeah.
Those were the more words.
Those were the
We've
more
padded.
words.
We've padded. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, that's
officially
my goal's been
padded.
accomplished.
All right, good job, Dylan. I'm going with So Long and
Thanks
Thanks
for
for All the
playing
Shoes. So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. It's a much better I think it's a much better record, and I think it's the best NoFX record. So, John, what do you have to say?
So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. That's it.
Okay, there we go.
Wow, that's
and let's
a prolific sentence there. It's almost like it should be an album title.
who wins? NoFX at 69%, Descendants at 31%.
Got it.
So,
Got it. 69 is appropriate for NoFX.
There we go.
There you go.
This is the second time NoFX has got won by 69%.
It was the same
this
album too, right?
I think it was.
It was.
Yes. Let's see here. Crash and Bleed says Dylan is having a stroke. Dylan has like 1 stroke per stream, so
Minimum.
But
Yeah.
does that count as turning into a robot, which is on the or stroke different than robot? Robots
who
on
turns into a robot?
That's on the bingo card.
I'm not on the
Oh.
SpaceX internet at my parents' house tonight. So
Yeah, usually Dylan is like the only one who turns robot, and if it's Lewis, just the whole thing crashes
I'll
completely.
just disconnect my router so you guys can get bingo at some point.
Tim Kaiser says Milo over Fatty. Maddie Solberg says everything sucks today. Ollie Wally says Milo is my icon. Dang. And No Control says Dylan needs intervention. So not
Probably.
a intervention, just needs intervention. Let's see here. And But the Panda says Fat Mike is whack now. Sure, man. All right. And Immortal Coil says any nerds read so long and thanks for all the fish. No, I didn't read it. I watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy though. I didn't understand.
Being a child makes you a nerd. I mean, it's fucking Dr. Seuss, isn't it?
All right. So Dylan, we've got Rancid and Out Come the Wolves up against Bouncing Souls. How I spent my summer vacation. What do you have to say?
I'm gonna vote for the correct choice here, which is Rancid. More cultural significance at play with and Out Come the Wolves. Actually, fuck that. I'm gonna vote for the Bouncing Souls. Wild card, bro. I like the Bouncing Souls album more. I'm voting for that.
Okay, thank you. Like that's how you should be voting, man.
Fuck yeah.
All right, that's what I'm going with too. I'm going with how I spent my summer vacation because I think it's I think it's a stronger record. I mean, Now Come the Wolves, phenomenal, but I don't know. How I spent my summer vacation is like a perfect record to me, one of the most feel-good punk records of all time. I don't care how many people say it's overrated. I think it stands the test of time. John, what do you
it's the hyper, the more hype record.
Yeah, what do you have to say about these two, John?
I thought about this a lot. I'm staying on the East Coast with you guys, going with the Jersey Shore boys.
Oh no!
And and the Bouncing Souls.
Oh fuck!
You fucked up, Dylan. You should have picked a culturally significant record here. Lewis, Rancid versus Souls. What do you have to say here?
Listen, man, I like the Bouncing Souls, but I don't get all the glazing that's been happening in this band and this album during this whole thing. Like, this is a good record. It's by the books. It's a fun record, but my God, it's not better than Out Come the Wolves. It's certainly not better than Suffer, which implicitly is what is going on right now. So I guess I'll just pick Rancid and lose. And that's fine. I'll pick Rancid. It's fine.
It's up to the
What's
chat.
possible? The chat can get it to 75% here. But let me just say the glazing will continue from Lewis once Straight Ahead shows up here in a second. So
you said by the
I don't
numbers.
know.
I don't think there's any other band that sounds like the Bouncing
it's not
Souls.
by the numbers record, but
Especially
it's fine.
this album.
It's just a throwaway. But what is the chat saying? Like Simpson says, John, eat some lamb, brother. I have no clue why. Graham says Souls are a better band and are better human. Okay, that's how I pick my. That's how we're picking it, by humanity. Bobby Moore says it's like choosing between your kids, but the Bouncing Souls. The Albino Rhino says, God, please Rancid over Blue Collar, Woe Is Me, Bruce Springsteen, bitchy music.
What?
Okay, bro. We're not. This isn't the Midsingers.
There's like literally nothing on this album that's about like anything like that.
It's the Bouncing Souls,
like
not Gaslight Anthem. Come on.
Sappy love songs about like going out to the bar with your bros and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Albino Rhino, like, just describe like the Gaslight Anthem, like John said. It's pretty funny.
Dude.
On Ollie
Wrong
Wally
band.
says,
Wrong jersey,
Rancid.
man.
And Punkar Guru says, who care? Empire needs to win the whole thing. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But we'll go to the chat here. And the chat is 67% Rancid, 33% Bouncing Souls. So a bit of an upset, but not enough to turn the tide here. We're going to end the poll, and we're going to send Bouncing Souls ahead.
What have we
Souls moving forward?
What have we done?
I mean, that's a big upset. That's a massive upset.
It's 47 votes, man. It's like the most votes we've ever got.
Real quick, 18th seed beats 2 seeds, 17th seed beats 1 seed. Insane.
All right, so next up, we've got Pennywise straight ahead up against NoFX, Punk, and Drublic. I'll keep this one pretty short. Punk and Drublic is going to take it for me over this Pennywise record. So, I mean, I think it's a decent Pennywise record. I don't think it's the best Pennywise record. I think it's probably the second best NoFX record. And I like NoFX as a band way more than Pennywise. So we'll go NoFX here, and we'll throw it up to John.
Man, I would like to have 4 different bands in the thing. That's what I'm like thinking. But I mean, honestly, Punk and Drublic is way better. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna vote for NoFX. I love Pennywise, top 5 band for me, but I'm voting Punk and Drublic.
All right, Lewis.
Man, I love both these records. I don't really know where to pick here, but I'm gonna pick the opposite of what you did, and then hope that Dylan does the right thing and let the crowd decide. Because I'm good. I love Straight Ahead, but Punk and Drublic I think is a very good record. I think a bit overrated as well. I think a lot of people vote for Linoleum. It's a good record. There's other better NoFX ones, but yeah, Straight Ahead. Dylan, do whatever you want to do.
Linoleum is actually one of my least favorite songs on here. I'm
not saying you. I'm not saying you.
No. I'm just talking. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking. Can I say words?
No.
I'm just saying. You said a lot of people will vote for Linoleum. I wouldn't vote for it because of that. Like I would vote because of like Dying Degree and shit. Is the Quas on this album?
It is.
Okay, the Quas.
It's right before Dying Degree.
There you go.
Maybe even the intro.
A combination almost as deadly as the Empire ones.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Punk and Drublic.
It's a good record. It's good. It's better than Pennywise. I just wanted to be contrarian here.
Yeah, I think Straight Ahead's a great album. Punk and Drublic's an elite fucking purebred pedigree, all that whatever vernacular you want to use.
All right, so there we go. I feel like this
spinning right now.
I feel like this Epitaph bracket is really tearing us apart, guys. So I think we really need to get on some common ground here.
I mean, things were good until that top right corner. I mean, that I just can't. I can't abide.
I support the Souls beating
shenanigans.
Rancid. Yeah, Rancid is one of my favorite bands, and I support the Souls beating Rancid there. So
listen, Blair McMacken 68%
supports us. Blair McMacken says, "I've never been so proud of punk rock radar." So you're welcome, man. So let's see here. Yeah, so it's NoFX at 80%, Pennywise at 20%, and ended right there. So Punk and Drublic, I feel like, is like the lock-in to win this for Chad at least, but I'll be quite curious what happens. Like Simpson says, I feel like a victim of reality right now. You got to wake up, man. Bruno says the Bouncy Souls beating Wolves is criminal. Maddie Solberg says Lori Myers used to live upstairs. Used to. Just remember that. And Follette says Linoleum is the perfect cover song because no one from the public looks confused. What is that comment, dude? I can't read that.
Sorry, that was me on my other.
Is that your alt account? Like a stroke.
Bernardo, top right corner ruined the thing. I'm out. Thanks. Yeah, you weren't even here for us. You were just here for Rancid. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
That hurts me.
It's okay, man. All right, so John, are we set up for the final four? Our final 4 records here. Empire Strikes First, How I Spent My Summer Vacation, So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes, and Punk and Drublic. One of these records is going to be crowned the greatest Epitaph record of all time. Let's find out who it is. And John, you're going to start us off with, who's facing who? Is it So Long versus Empire right now?
Yeah, I had to do this very quickly. It's So Long versus Empire.
Okay, so John, So Long versus The Empire Strikes First. What do you have to say?
I'm gonna contradict myself in the same episode, but my favorite Bad Religion album against
True. But did you say New Maps was my new favorite? But go ahead, yeah, it's funny.
Against my top 2 NoFX album. Yeah, I love Empire. I think it's got probably the most variety of songs on any Bad Religion album for sure. And then this NoFX album probably has the most variety of any NoFX album. So 2 very well-rounded albums by 2 legacy punk rock bands. Of these two records, I am going to vote for So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes by NoFX.
Okay, Lewis, what do you have to say of these two records here?
Yeah, it's going to be So Long for me as well. I mean, I love Empire Strikes First, but it's maybe my like fifth or sixth favorite Bad Religion record because I like some more of the classics. So while I agree that it's a great record, this is probably, you know, that one or two spot, like John said, for NoFX, and a very good record. So I don't feel that bad voting for NoFX here because you know, all good. So Long, thanks for all the shoes.
Okay. Dylan, what's happening here, man?
It's getting more and more difficult, and I'm becoming less lucid. Man, I'm gonna give the chat an uphill battle here if they want Bad Religion to win, because I'm gonna vote with my heart and vote for NoFX.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna go for So Long. I mean, it's the best NoFX record. I'm going for So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. Empire Strikes First is not even my favorite Bad Religion record. That'd be Process of Belief, which got knocked out by So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with So Long here. And it looks. Let's go to chat. And chat,
chat,
is
sorry.
67% NoFX.
Okay.
33% Bad Religion. So if you left it up to chat, it really wouldn't have mattered.
Well, the two people who think
no.
otherwise would be upset.
So Punk Rock Guru is going to be very upset. He was really shilling hard for the Empire Strikes First, so I'm sorry, buddy. Punk Rock Guru says, come on, losers. Crash and Bleed said, is NoFX clearly not the better band? They had the most albums in the top 4. And Arthur Lim says, Wolves not making it to the Final Four is one of the worst decisions for the channel long term. We're going to burn out.
Do you guys see what's about to happen here?
And Hova says, I can't support the top half. Of course you can, Hova. Both of those records came out after 1999. And Gabe Hill says, Shoes is way better than Empire. Crash and Bleed says, yes. So, all right. And Tim Kaiser says, Suffer, greatest epitaph of all time. So Long is better than, is the better of these two, though. Okay. All right. And we're moving on to the next one. And Lewis, we've got the Bouncing Souls, How I Spent My Summer Vacation, up against NoFX, Punk and Drublic. What do you have to say about these two records?
Yeah, okay. So I'll just pause here. I know I've been shitting on this Bouncing Souls record. I think it's a good record. So I just want to make that clear. And I wasn't being that gracious with this NoFX record because honestly, I'm just pretty in that type right corner and I'm playing on tilt right now. But let's go ahead and say this NoFX record is either the second or third best NoFX. It's probably the third in my opinion, and it's a very good record. It's not just Linoleum, obviously. It has a ton of bangers on there. So, and I think it's clearly better than this Bouncing Souls record. So I am going to go with Punk and Drublic.
All right. Dylan, what do you have to say here? Punk and Drublic versus How I Spent My Summer Vacation.
I have to agree once again with Mr. Lewis and echo his sentiments that Punk and Drublic is the better album here. I also want to say we kind of misplayed this. We could have had NoFX versus Bad Religion in the grand finale, but is what it is. The better album prevailed. So Punk and Drublic. I wasn't looking at the right side of the screen. NoFX versus NoFX, unless the chat pulls off a miracle here.
Well, I'm going to go for the Bouncing Souls over Punk and Drublic. So, Bouncing Souls is like one of my top 10 punk records of all time, up there with So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. I think these are like two of just like the best like punk records back to back, and I would love to have them face in the final, and that would probably honestly would be my final. Also throw in Process of Belief up there as well. So I love Punk and Drublic. I've listened to it front to back a billion times, but there's just something special about How I Spent My Summer Vacation. And yeah, I think it's a better record than And Out Come the Wolves as well. So I'm going to stand by it. And John, what do you have to say between these two records?
So the entire bracket is California, with the exception of one Swedish band and one New Jersey band. So we had to get the Jersey band in. We had to get some East Coast representation. I'm sorry, guys. I do feel like this is another losing streak situation we created, but we have to live with it. But in the end, Punk and Drublic is the superior record of these two. So that's going to be my vote as well. It's going to be NoFX versus NoFX in the finale.
I gotta say, it's impressive the Bouncing Souls made it this far.
It is.
They were definitely an underdog. Do you remember what I guess they were the 8th seed to start? Is that it? That's not that underdog, I guess.
18.
All right.
Anyway,
18.
18.
Now we
18
have-
seed makes it to the final 4. Pretty fucking impressive, man. Shout
Now
out
we've
to
got
Bouncing
our-
Souls.
Final round here. So let's see here. We've got NoFX at 60%, Bouncing Souls at 40% from the chat. And let's see what people are saying. And Immortal Close says, my heart is yearning is a classic. It's all right, I guess. The Albino Rhino says, damn, see, Elliot is salty tonight. He hates Rancid and NoFX. 2 of my favorite bands, Albino Rhino, you prick. The Punk Rock Guru says, Process is really good too. Got cut too early. Yeah, it got set up against So Long. Crash and Bleed said, yeah, it's going to be NoFX versus NoFX, which means NoFX is the best band on Epitaph. Currently, yes. And Danzig's Cat says NoFX, more like No Town. And Maddie Solberg
Not
says,
rocking.
says Fat Mike versus Fat Mike. And Tim Kaiser says, So Long, Punk and Drublic. Wait, So Long, Punk and Drublic, Shoes for the win. All right.
Let's not
So-
get out of ourselves here.
Punk and Drublic for the victory. Fatty's ego just increased by 1,000. Are we ready to go, John, or not yet?
Yeah, I should have spent more time on this, but I didn't. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, it's okay.
We're
I mean,
fine.
I can filibuster it more if you want. I
You're
can read
good.
more from
You're good.
that. So Dylan can do a quick ad read for punkrockradar.limitedrun.com. Go ahead, Dylan.
No, go for it. We're good. We're good.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
It's fine.
All right. So the final round here, which is going to be NoFX So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes versus a NoFX Punk and Drublic. And we'll just start from the top and go straight down. John, what do you have to say about these two records?
My number 2 and my number 3 NoFX records. I've said it probably 6 times today, so let's just play the numbers game and go with the number 2, which is going to be So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes.
Okay, Lewis.
Well, All Out of Angst is only on one of these records, and that happens to be So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. So that is going to be my pick for the evening.
Dylan.
Supposedly 5 months came up to this, so I would like to treat it with the acclaim that it deserves, and say some final parting words here. So Punk and Drublic is the NoFX album everybody says is the best. Who doesn't listen to NoFX as religiously as us? So I don't know what I'm saying right now, honestly. But anyway, people say Punk and Drublic's the best, and those people don't know what they're talking about because it is not the best. Wow, what am I saying? It is not the best NoFX album. One final stroke for you guys to witness. So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes is the best NoFX album,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm gonna vote for it here. I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm
It's
struggling.
okay. It's okay. So
Holy
what
fuck, dude.
Dylan is saying is Punk and Drublic for the uninitiated of NoFX
Posers.
fans. Is
The posers out there.
posers,
With
the
it- with a
fake
U.
NoFX fans.
Pose
That's
yours.
their favorite. But the cultured NoFX fans, the true Fat Mike ball lickers, appreciate So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. So
Linoleum fans versus Fat Mike in a skirt enjoyers.
it's no double album, but I'm definitely going to go with
Yeah.
So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. It's in my top 10 favorite records of all time. It's the best NoFX record. I feel like I got a big W tonight. So there we go. NoFX, So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes is probably going to be the winner, but let's leave it to the chat for a little bit. But it's very close. It's 50-50. All right. And what are people saying? Follett says, bros, be honest. Please choose the album everybody and their mom know.
It's true.
Like Snipstring says, I like the NoFX logo better on So Long. That's true. It looks better.
There we go. Definitive decision right there.
And
That
Pete
became
the
Costello
right
says,
matters.
I'd still rank my favorite Epitaph. I'd
Wait.
still rank my favorite. Okay.
Did it
What's up?
win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
fuck! I thought we
Yeah, I
left
was
it up to
also-
chat.
No, we didn't leave it up to chat. I mean, it won in chat too. It's 55%. So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. And Punk and Drublic 45%. So we'll end it right there. And let's see here. So Long is great, but Punk and Drublic is iconic. It is iconic. Like Slipstring says, posers. And Maddie Sahlberg says, it's my job to keep Punk Rock Radar elite.
Thank you.
Punk Rock Guru says it beat Empire. It better win. And Hova says, correct, none of that Y2K garbage. Yes, Hova, we get it. Music died after 1999. Punk Rock Guru says, just give it to Shoes. And Ebba the Panda says, no effects, no talent. So yes. And there it is.
First time someone said that tonight.
It's true. The winner for the greatest Epitaph record of all time. 5 months of preparation, sloppily done together last minute by John as we mash these records together, is NoFX's So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. Was something you okay there, Lewis?
I hit over the microphone. I don't even know how loud it was. I interrupted your monologue. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So everyone, congrats to Fat Mike, congrats to So Long, and thanks for all the shoes. It's the best record, and if you guys disagree, you're wrong. We voted for it.
No, that's not on the song.
Oh yeah, the best NoFX song. You're wrong. 5 months, awesome jobs, guys. Punk Rocker says, "Get the crown out." Like Simpson says, I took her to the aquarium. She said shark. Lyrical genius. Mike, I took her to the planetarium. She said dark. So, yes, monosyllabic girl. That's correct. So, not my pick, but great job, guys. We did it. It's done. Now we have to figure out another record company, another record label that we can do this for. Apparently, Lookout
One
is Lookout One. So we'll be doing Lookout. How many Lookout records are there? I have no idea. Is there a ton? Like I don't know. Sometimes I listen to stuff.
Mr. T Experience records.
Oh no. I can't wait for that.
Oh no!
I like the Mr. T Experience. Come on now.
Yeah. I mean, they're okay, I guess.
I love them.
All right.
The fifth competition of the night will be to take my spot while they rank the Lookout records. And I'm just kidding. Go on.
Yeah, the winner of the competition gets to take Lewis's spot for all the Mr. T Experience listening.
The prizes, the giveaways.
Yeah, we got to do the giveaway. Did anybody get bingo? Did anybody get it? Was it possible to get bingo?
I don't know. I don't know what the bingo card even was, to be honest.
It's pinned in the live chat of the YouTube.
Oh,
and it's
I see
just
this.
basically things that we do or are stupid.
Oh, who made this?
Scotty and Immortal Coil.
That's pretty funny. Elliot misleads audience on final pick bait and switch. Dylan turns into a robot. Dylan hates on the production. Elliot makes up excuse for no found. Oh, for their no tier list beat at the end. There is a tier list at the end. We could do it. It's up to John though. So I did make a food tier list.
Well, let's do let's do the giveaways and then
we can do the. Yeah, you can consider it.
Who? Is Kyle still here? Who won the bracket? Or do we have to wait?
We might have to wait. I'm not sure yet. So Immortal Coil, let us know that. So who are the prizes? Just whoever wins the bingo, right, is getting something. And then I'm giving away, we've got Rancid's Let Go and their Radio 7-inch right here. So I'll be sending that out to somebody. I'll give it to the second place person. How's that? And then John is going to be gifting a full Punk Rock Radar birthday bundle to the first place person. So second place on the predictions board will get the Rancid record. First place will get the birthday bundle. Then we have another prize possibly for the bingo.
The bingo card. Yeah, but I don't think I don't think anybody got bingo.
No? Okay. So no prize for the bingo. No prize for bingo.
Next time. Save it for Lookout.
You can just play at home from now on, yeah.
Yeah. I think Dylan got drunk faster because he shaved.
Is he God?
I can't see.
And maybe says, watching this while my apartment building burns down. That's the best way to watch Punk Rock Radar. So you got sweatpants on? That's all that matters. So Immortal Coil says it was Jay Will. So Jay Will won So Jay Will is going to get the John's birthday bundle. We love when John hands out his birthday bundle. I'm a big fan of the birthday bundle. So congrats, Jay Will. And Immortal Coil, can we get a second place person here? Can we get an announcement for second place? And I will send that person the Rancid 7-inch, and let's go. So can we get a second place person up in chat right now? Mr. Kyle. Let's see here. Maddie Solberg says Nitro Records, perhaps.
Nitro is so much better than Lookout. It's so much better.
It's so much better.
As long as Nitro doesn't have 10 Mr. T Experience records, I think they'll be doing all right.
Lookout has like 6 good records.
So I can't wait. Second is a tie between Beelzeboss and Xanderlock. A
You don't
tie?
like Madonna's?
Fight to the death.
All right. Fight to the death. We'll have to do. Maybe I'll spin a wheel real quick. So let's see here. So Xanderlock versus Beelzebalm.
A fellow Mr. T Experience enjoyer spotted.
Yeah. I can't stand Mr. T Experience. I don't get them.
All right, Xander won. So Xander, I'll be sending you.
Listen
Let's
to Love
go.
is Dead.
It did. It's not very good.
It is.
Ba 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 ba.
Oh god.
Good
I-
song.
All right.
I even listened to that
That's a
again
good
after
point.
after the Krista Makes a podcast so with Dr. Frank. I was like, let me give this another try. I still don't like it.
Dr. Frank's a cool fella.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Vincent Rosa says, "Look out! Op Ivy wins. Tourney over."
That's what I was gonna say. We could just do a 1-episode special.
Oh
It'll be
yeah, we
fine.
just say congratulations, Operation Ivy.
We could do a YouTube short about Lookout Records' best record. That would be great.
Man, you guys are haters, man.
I'm gonna say that's probably true. So, but we can do it. I don't care. So better than Tooth and Nail.
Man, I would take Tooth and Nail over Lookout too.
You would? It's that bad, man. I don't know if I have a full concept of what all Lookout entails. So like I know like the main like the good records in my head, but so I guess if there's 10 Mr. T Experience albums, there's got to be a lot of other stuff that's very early. So
Maybe
but yeah, that's it.
maybe for Lookout, just every band's best album, just to make it less painful. If I have to listen to 10 Mr. T Experience albums, I'm gonna hate myself.
I guess we'd have to determine how to gauge the best.
I mean, maybe just popularity or something. I mean, I feel like you don't need one record by every band. You just need to narrow it down. You don't need 10 Mr. T Experience records, though. At
I
least
think we do.
They're
I
all
don't think we
they're
do,
all
though.
gonna lose to Kerplunk anyway. So
yeah, they're all gonna lose to Energy. It'll just be Kerplunk versus Energy.
Yeah.
At the end. So
Our plug's not the best Green Day record on there, but okay. Anyway,
what else? What?
Ten-
Really?
39
Really?
Smooth.
Okay.
yeah, 39's better.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
my-
fine. You can think that. John, do you want to do a quick tier list real quick? So we haven't had the food tier list in a second, or would you like to call it a night?
Let's do a quick one.
All right, I'm putting it in chat, man. So go ahead. Yeah, that's it. So guys, I did do the food tier list. I didn't make an excuse. I did it. So we get to watch John rank some deli and sub shop sandwiches and just a random assortment of sandwiches. So
You got no effects on the screen still. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh
John
my
with the
god!
mouthful of Pringles.
Look at all these sandwiches.
I know, man. What are you doing with these bad boys? Sandwich time, dude. I'm gonna be so hungry after this stream is done. So we got the American cold cut up first,
oh
man.
shoot! Hold on.
Is that the cold cut combo? It's just bologna shit.
American cold cuts can be different things. Sometimes they'll be turkey and ham. Sometimes they'll be bologna, and usually just like a lot of those typical meats.
I think it's
Usually with
against
American
regulation
cheese.
to have a non-standard item on here.
All right.
I don't know what that means.
I love sandwiches. I'm a big sandwich guy. Um, American cold cut. It's A, right? It's a classic. I feel like A is fair for American cold cut. American trio.
Yeah, I mean, I love a good American cold cut. I'd probably put it in B, but it ain't bad.
All right. BLT. I hate tomatoes. I like bacon, lettuce. It is
Oh
what it
my
is, but
gosh.
I hate tomatoes.
Fuck 'em.
BLT is easily S tier.
Yeah, BLT is S tier, man.
Solid water is what a tomato is.
Perfect sandwich.
I know.
Buffalo
chicken Philly.
That sounds pretty good. We'll go A. It could ride. We'll go A for now. California club wrap. What? I don't know what that is.
It's
Usually like turkey, tomato,
avocado.
usually guacamole, something like that. Yeah.
No, get out of here.
He heard avocado and he's like, hell no.
Tomato, avocado, no thanks. Yeah. Caprese sandwich. I don't really
mozzarella, pesto, tomato once again. So you might went ahead and just throw it an F tier, man.
Yeah,
it's tomato heavy, dude. Yeah, it's fresh mozzarella. I think.
All right,
tomato and
chicken parm is a king sandwich, so that's gonna go S.
Punk Rock Roos says, "I'm out of here, guys. Good show. Listen to some MTX. All right, man.
No
Peace
thanks.
out, homie.
Later, man.
Chicken salad, I could take it or leave it. It really depends.
Oh.
Like it's very. I would go C. I don't really like it that much.
Ooh. But you find a really good one. It's easy S though.
Yeah, but it has a lot of potential to be bad. Chopped cheese. I don't know what chopped cheese is either.
It's like a steak. It's like steakum and cheese. I think.
Yeah,
right?
It's very similar to a Philly, but a little different.
It's chopped up.
Yeah.
We'll go B. I like a Philly cheesesteak. Chopped liver, no. I love Cubans. We'll go A on a Cuban.
Yes. Cuban's awesome.
Eggs.
Cuban's good.
Egg salad, no. Like nauseates me just thinking about it. It just feels like mucus. I don't know why. Just the thought of it. French dip right next to chopped cheese. I feel pretty similar about them.
Roast beef, right?
Yeah. Roast beef is
you dip it in au jus.
We'll go We'll go A.
French dip is fire.
Shout out fuck yeah.
Fried fish, I don't like it. Grilled cheese classic. I'm going to go A tier on the grilled cheese.
All right, we got a chicken parm and grilled cheese in S tier so far. Not bad S tier.
No, just chicken parm. Grilled cheese A.
Just chicken parm. Can anything top chicken parm? See.
We got gyro.
Yeah, that's a regional pronunciation for us.
I'm not a big.
I didn't learn that until I left New York State, but yeah,
that's funny.
Gyros, yeah.
Bro was like, "What the hell are you talking about, dude?"
It's a gyro.
Yeah,
like you gyrate.
See, I don't like lamb, but I mean, it's if I'm hungry, I'll eat it.
Have chicken gyro as well. I'm just saying.
This one looks like lamb. If it's chicken, I'd put it higher.
I mean, it can be either one. So it's usually chicken or lamb. So you make the decision, man.
Italian beef. What is that?
Like marinated, like kind of shredded beef and peppers and stuff like that.
Is there carrots on this?
Another type of cheese. It's like another type of cheesesteak, basically. Yeah. I guess.
But very similar. It is
without cheese.
Without cheese.
Italian cold cut.
Big sandwich.
I know.
Come on, Italian cold cut got to be S tier, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's at least A tier because you probably like both big sandwiches, right?
Yeah, if we're talking if we're talking a 6 foot sub, I'm gonna take one Italian, one American, like right next to each other. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna take a slice of both.
Good idea. I like it.
Italian sausage, I'll eat it, but I don't love it. C tier. I hate lobster. London broil is below the French dip. It's below the chopped cheese. I mean, if you get
London
like
broil would be my S tier. If you get a good London broil, man,
it really depends. Like if it's like a steakum style London broil, I don't like it.
You want like the thin sliced ribeye, like London broil, man.
If are you talking like a nice butcher London broil, or
Yes. Yeah, I've never had a steak of London broil, so I've only had like
All right,
the
well,
one where they slice like actual steak. So
meatball sub, middle of the road. I think I go C. I don't love meatballs. Mediterranean veggie F.
Yeah, fuck vegans. Fuck you guys.
What
well,
is
there's feta on it, so it's just vegetarian.
what is this
Fuck
one?
them too.
It's a muffaletta. It's like a ham with like kind of olives. It has olives. on
Ew!
it. Yeah.
Olives.
All right.
Disgusting.
All right. Dylan and John, hater of tomatoes and olives. So
Nashville hot's good. I'm gonna go B.
That's a sandwich though. That's
it's there.
All right. Pastrami Reuben is my second S tier.
There we go.
Nice.
The strawberry Reuben goes hard, dude.
respectable.
Yeah, good choice.
Philly. This is the same as chopped cheese. They're telling me, so I'm gonna put it right next to it.
It's a little different.
Yeah, they're a little different. Yeah, but they're close enough.
Yeah. Well, a chopped cheese is more of like mashed up hamburger meat, and a Philly cheesesteak is more thinly sliced, kind of like steak'em stuff.
Pilgrim sandwich.
Like taco meat, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Turkey.
I'm dropping chopped cheese down.
Okay.
I don't know what a
Pilgrim
pilgrim is either.
It's
Tastes
like
like
a
oppression.
It's like Thanksgiving. It's like
Oh, no.
turkey, cranberry stuffing
Okay,
on a
leftovers?
sandwich. Yeah, it's like a
No.
leftover sandwich.
Pimento cheese? No, I don't want this.
Pimento's nasty.
I like those
Baltimore
pimento cheese.
pit beef.
You ever had a Baltimore pit beef, John?
Tastes like crime.
Is it
One
this?
of the best.
Is it like the same as like a Massachusetts beef sandwich, or?
It's thinly sliced, like slow cooked beef with like onions and usually like horseradish and
Yeah.
like maybe some sort of barbecue sauce. Yeah.
I like
That sounds
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Pizza sub is somewhere between a chicken parm and a meatball.
It's just basically pepperoni slices, mozzarella, and tomato sauce.
I'd rather have a pizza.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a pizza too.
It's like for like kids. I feel like only like pizza
Fuck
subs.
them.
That's like when your mom would be like, "We'll make pizza in the toaster."
Oh, no.
And you're just like,
Fucking
It's like
tortilla.
a
White
bagel
bread.
pizza. Yeah.
I hate you.
Pulled
All right.
pork. That's gonna be an A.
yeah, I agree with Dylan.
At least, yeah.
Tim Kaiser says Ruben in the S tier. Our little John has grown up. John's always talked up Rubens. So
I
I
do.
gotta say, where's the Monte Cristo
I didn't put it on here.
roast beef sandwich? That's a S.
That's.
I put an
that's- Yeah.
But
Well,
what is Vietnamese roast pork?
It's
It's like a
usually
banh mi. Like a banh mi.
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. What
Banh
that
mi
is.
sandwich. John, you ever had it? It's like just Vietnamese sandwich. It's usually got some like tasty veggies and dressing.
Yeah, it's usually like
Pretty good.
string beans will be on it and carrots and stuff like that.
No, not on
It's
my
delicious,
not
but
on my sandwich.
you would like it. But don't rate it high. That's
There you
fine,
go.
But
I don't want carrots on a sandwich. No, it doesn't work. That's the wrong texture for me. Rotisserie chicken. No, this is gas station stuff. We'll put it in the F.
Yeah.
I've never seen a rotisserie chicken at a gas station.
That's true. It's like like the like right before the checkout in Walmart is what I think of
Yeah.
rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me think of like a Royal Farms like sandwich or something.
The
So,
fuck is that?
you ever been to Royal Farms? It's
No.
here.
Sloppy Joe. That's Sloppy Joes are overrated. I gotta say,
I don't know. Are they
too
overrated?
acidic.
I kind
I
of
think you
like
got to
them.
put it
yeah.
next to a chopped cheese, though.
Yeah. All right. Smoked ham.
Slightly above.
I like smoked
Ham.
ham. I'm gonna go with B on the smoked ham.
And Eba the Panda says you left out John's favorite chicken nugget and mac and cheese sandwich.
Probably pretty good.
Torta carne asada.
Do you know what a
Torta is a
torta is?
derogatory term.
A torta is a Mexican sandwich. Usually they'll put refried beans, they'll put steak, they'll put avocado.
Thought it was
So-
a fat chick, but okay.
No, it's not a fat chick. You're my little torta, Dylan. So.
I am.
All right.
Tuna salad F. Fuck that.
Tuna's good.
Yeah, tuna
Disgusting.
salad. Tuna
Oh
salad
my,
can be fine.
Ellie, you're missing turkey club, which would be my S or A. You ruined it with this avocado.
Avocado
look-
tastes like fucking
Look,
dirt,
man,
dude.
I was
Fuck that.
trying to get as many sandwiches as I could together here. All right, so, but pretend that says Turkey Club. All right.
If it was a turkey,
Turkey club would be balling, bro.
yeah, I love turkey club, but why are you putting avocado on it? Come on, man.
You never did
Disgusting.
turkey, bacon, avocado. That's like a classic sandwich.
Bourgeoisie motherfucker, dude.
Which just has an avocado.
Yes.
It is a
rich
little
man's
bougie.
vegetable.
Elliot, I don't like to agree with Dylan, but he's right here. So I mean, it's all right.
Just
What,
putting
the
it on shit for
avocados
the
are
sake
like a
of
rich
it.
man's vegetable. They're
Yeah.
used in Mexican food all the time. It's like some of the cheapest food you can find.
Avocado is like upper middle class people with a shitload of credit card debt who pretend to be rich. That's their vegetable.
Right, man. You never make like a chopped salsa or nothing like that with avocados.
No, never in my life.
It's delicious. So, well, it
I
has
wouldn't
tomato
touch that
in it,
putrid
so.
fucking vegetable.
So, there we go. John has ranked. He has 2 S tiers, which is pastrami Reuben and chicken parm. So, would Turkey Club be S, John?
Turkey club's like my go-to panic order at a diner. So like it may be, it's either S or A. It'd be close.
Your go-to panic order? What
Yeah.
are you panic ordering?
Decision paralysis.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you go-
Usually I just pick something
Like
on the
what you-
menu that sounds good.
You go to a
Comes
place
the
like
table and he hasn't decided.
yeah, like you go to a place like the Cheesecake Factory where it's like a 30-page menu and the waitress come around 2 times already. I just order a turkey club. That's
I
like
was
my
like,
go-to.
take you that long to make a decision. You guys need to make quicker decisions on your sandwiches and stuff
Oh.
like that. But I'll take the Turkey Club panic order. So
All right.
just nervous to be like, it's a Turkey Club. You don't know what you want. That's fair.
Anyway,
Let's wrap it up.
if you're still here, head to punkrockradar.limitedrun.com. Buy the new Rebuke album. Buy the new Random Heroes album. Buy a shirt. Buy a hoodie. Buy a guitar pick. Buy some stickers. Buy some cassettes, compact discs, and other stuff. punkrockradar.limitedrun. punkrockradar.limitedrun. punkrockradar.limitedrun.com.
That was great.
What the hell? What the hell? All right. Peace out, turkeys. That's what Immortal Quote says. So